Hello, this is Korean Story Grandma. So my favorite youth, 시작 means to begin, start. So 시작. Okay. So I would like to talk about calligraphy. And Korea seems to be very popular among younger generations all over the world, especially through Hallyu or K-pop. They are very upbeat dancing and very positive pop groups, young people. But I want to just explain about the material you need to do calligraphy, because if you go to Korea, obviously you will encounter many calligraphy painting, oriental paintings like such as those, and writing. But behind me, that one is really embroidery. But I will show you the calligraphy I have. Done. There is it. Beautiful calligraphy. There I have it. Anyway, and I don't remember actually learning much about calligraphy. We did have a session every now and again during term times when I was in, I think, was it elementary school or earlier middle school? Must be elementary. But it's a bit surprising because soon after the Korean War, I don't know whether we will have a mental presence to the calligraphy, but I remember learning a bit. So the material we use is called byorhu. So there's a bit dipped in and there's a bit flatter. So you'll put water there and then you will drag a little bit water with your brush, and then using this inkstone, grinding with the bits of water. So eventually you will have a nice color and the consistency you need for the calligraphy on here. If we want to be dried up, evaporating or something, you will drag a little bit of water from here and then make sure it's even colored for your writing. Okay, so that's called the byorhu. Dun, dun, just like that. And this is called muhk, so like ink stone, muhk. But some people call byorhu, you know. I'm surprised. I was surprised to check the dictionary. Byorhu called inkstone, but I would call it very strange, because I would want to call it this one inkstone, and this one would be inkstone plate or something like that. Wow. Anyway, can't find it. It's called inkstone in the dictionary, but I don't think that's very good word for it. This is inkstone, because when you grind it, ink really becomes ink you can use. So you will have that byorhu, which is the big plate, gathering plate, then the grinding, the inkstone actually, and then maybe that could be called the grinding plate, inkstone grinding plate, bit mouthful and long, but anyway, that's called byorhu and muhk. Then you will have a various size of brush to make your writing or drawing. So that's the brush I have. They normally have the plastic cap as well, so that it doesn't get ruined by storage. But I think it's very old and some of them are ruined, very old. Anyway, so there are various sizes of a brush, and some of the masters, they will hang their brush. They guard it like their life, because you have to have a very good brush to produce your art, isn't it? But not me, I'm just practicing anyway. So then, this is, instead of pour the water, and then you might end up too much water, this is called the 연작. There are 2 holes, 1 and then 2. That's a bit difficult to see. Anyway, so you will submerge into the water, bowl of water, then water comes up, bubble, bubble, and then eventually it will be filled. And then whenever you need a bit of water on your ink stone, because it's become either too dark or you left a little bit and then it's evaporated, so then you will not add a lot, but it's a drop, drop, so water will come out from that. Drop, drop, drop. Oh. Anyway, so that's called the 연작. 연작. So byorhu, like a plate or grinding plate. And then muhk is inkstone. And then 연작. And then I showed you brush. Then all you need is papers. And when we wore paper, when we were young, we used just the newspaper. But nowadays I found out from a major big company online, you could get everything, suppose like this. No Korean thing though, just the Chinese. It will have to do, because I live in Britain. I can't get Korean things yet. So that's the ink stone. I didn't open it, so I don't want to open it. When you open it, there will be a jar or a little bottle. Then there will be already mixed or ground ink water. So you can use it by putting it in a bowl like that, or even little shallow plate, and then use it, dip your brush and then use it. But obviously if you put it on the shallow plate, it evaporates quite a lot, and then you don't want to, you can't use that then, all the segments and the rough, you have to be all liquid. So it's better to use this kind of things, so the surface is very narrower, as narrow as possible, so that it doesn't evaporate too much, too quickly. And then I use sometimes like this kind of a wrapping paper, big paper as well. Well, wrapping paper meaning not wrapping beautifully, but that's like when you move, you wrap your plate and things like that. So I use that kind of a paper to practice. And then to actually produce your own work, you shall use those rice paper. But you can still get it, from the big this online company. So whole world is like merged into one, swirling about 21st century. You can get anything, everything really. So in a way it's good, but in a way it's a bit nerve-wracking because of the environment, because of your own identity. That's why I like wearing my Korean dress all the time. Anyway, thank you very much. Bye.